Anyways, this is something I really wanted to talk about, and this goes hand in hand with what we're talking about. So Dane Cook. If you guys remember Dane Cook, he was that comedian guy that screamed a lot. I never really cared for him, but he was in that one movie. I think it's called Mr. Brooks, and I like that movie. But he married a longtime partner, Kelsey Taylor, who's 24 after 6 years of dating, meaning she was 18 years old. Everyone is freaking out over this because he's 51. Keep in mind, he's also rich and stuff, and he's also a celebrity. I don't care how long he's like not been super active. He's still a celebrity, bro. And he's dating like a hot young woman, and everyone's pissed. Why? Why is everybody pissed? I'll tell you who's pissed. It's women that in their 30s and 40s that are pissed because they will never have an opportunity to date, let alone a man they even want to date, a celebrity, because they're done with that part of their life. Plus, she's hot, right? And it's like talking about how he groomed her and all this stuff. And it's like, you know what? Grooming, the term grooming is starting to feel a lot like the term incel. It's starting to feel a lot like the term racism. It's starting to feel a lot like the term sexist. It's starting to feel like that term, right? And what I mean by that is it's losing all meaning. Somebody that grooms somebody is a sexual predator that grooms like an 11-year-old all the way up till 16 or something, or 18, right? Dating an 18-year-old woman is not grooming someone. They're 18. If they're not 18, then we need to increase the age of consent for women, right? If women are not held accountable for their actions, then we need to raise the age of consent for women specifically. Correct? If that's not the case, then we need to stop using terms like groomer when you're upset that a man didn't fuck you instead. Because this is 99% of the reaction are from women that are mad that they didn't get to have sex. They're getting mad because they haven't been like in their primes for 20 years. They're angry because they don't get to have any of this fun anymore. Their hot girl summer ended 20,000 moons ago. It's over. Those are the people that are angry. They're overusing the term. It says, wait a minute, he was 45 years old and dating an 18-year-old? Ain't that cradle snatching? No, it's actually not. He should be arrested? No, he shouldn't. Raise the consent of women to 30. Raise the consent to 30 for women. Right? Raise the consent. Every single person is appalled in this thread. All appalled. All appalled. All appalled. They're all angry. Well, okay. So we need to raise the age of consent to around 30 for women. Valhalla says 30, calm down a little bit. So the issue is women, more and more as time progresses through history, they can't be held accountable for their own actions. Because tomorrow it'll be a 22-year-old dating a 45-year-old. And then we'll have to raise the age of consent again because women they're not responsible for their own actions. They'll raise it again to 26. Suddenly 26 and 50 is too young. It's too young. I raise it to 28 now. Right? When does a woman become an adult that can make her own decisions? Very important. When is that okay? Right? Interesting. Very interesting. Maybe just be the Middle East and women can't do anything. Kind of seems like what people would want, in my opinion. Apparently, if it's a woman's choice to date a rich old man, then she's empowering herself and taking charge. If a man wants to date an 18-year-old woman, which she would want to date him too, that's the whole point, then he's a cradle robber. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. And Morris on Rumble says, be careful with Ashton. She's changed over the last few years. No, she's fine. I know Ashton in real life. Susan B. Anthony died for this, bro. She died for this. The 50s ruined everything, man. The 50s and feminism tricked women into getting a W-2. That was what it was all about, boys. Women were like, I really like being at home and having a low level of depression and getting to tend to my garden. And then there was people marching, and people on certain parties of the government was like, you know what? You should want to work. You should want to work. Everybody should go out and work. Please give us your income tax. And then women were like, yeah, I do want to work. And now a third of women in the U.S. are on SSRIs. Their depression has never been higher. Pretty interesting. Why did you want to go work? I'm confused. Being a guy that like has to work, like I understand 100% bar none, I have to go work. There is no alternative for me. I have to work. I make my destiny. That's just how it is being a dude. Right? So that being the case, I'm built for that. Men are built for that. We know coming out of the damn womb biologically that we are in control of our destiny. Women aren't really built for it. You know, they can do whatever. Women are capable of anything, but they handle stress way differently than men do. So they get in high stress environments and suddenly their depression increases. Right? Men deal with it in a different way. There are men out there that will work 100 hours a week voluntarily because they just want to. Right? That's the whole point. Imorsk says they become adults when they start paying for their own drinks at bars after they got ran through their 20s. I haven't paid for a drink at a bar in a long time. People keep just buying my drinks. Freaking dick bought me drinks. You're right that women being mad that they can't have. A lot of women got mad at Chris Evans, who is 42 and married a woman who's 26, which is legal, and they are still saying it's creepy. What those women are trying to say is it's creepy that he's not dating me. What those women are saying, it's creepy they're not dating me. That's what they're saying. So it's hard staying occupied. Dude, I didn't believe the SSR thing until one of my coworkers stopped taking them. Her personality is night and day different. I have friends that went on SSRIs and they're not even the same person anymore. It is the weirdest shit in the world. I had a friend that was talkative, funny, witty, like always had a bright aura. They got on SSRIs and they became like introverted and they don't speak. They have like a glazed look over their eye always, and I haven't talked to them in like years. I'm like, is this a weird fucking thing that happened?